Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world. So what do? 3, 2, 1. Beam me up, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're lovely and bright. They are actually, aren't they, my delicious little babies? Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, and I hope that you too are having a super duper and fabulous time wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you most deliciously, okay? Now then, so much love to you all, my delicious little babies. Now, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, wow, okay, it is tiny bit of wind, okay? A little bit chilly, but it has not been as cold as what it has been. And finally, rather dry, although it has been raining, you know. Here it's raining, okay? All night, okay? So I just thought I'd give you the weather forecast for today in our neck of the woods in the old UK, okay? Now then, so, gosh, there's a lot of metal on that van, you know, I've just seen. Flipping awful lot of metal. Anyway, so, well, it seems as well, you know, silver. I've just got silver for some reason, okay? Rather a lot. Okay, maybe it's at the right price, yes, maybe it's at the right price right now. Anyway, so what I'm going to start with, okay, so I never done a video yesterday, my delicious little baby, so I'm going to be honest with you, you know, well, I just never felt like it. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Anyway, so I'm back now, a rocking and a rolling, okay? Now then, so there's a number of things I'd like to talk about, but I want to say this just while it's in my old noddle. Now, many years ago, okay, and by the way, if you do happen to enjoy my video, if you could please click on the like, and for others of you, please feel free to subscribe, and thank you, and thank you for any likes that I have received, you know, and any views, so thank you. Now then, so I had on my mind, okay, so I was just blow drying my hair, and I thought, do you know something, something's come into my old noddle, and this was like decades ago. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't been bought flowers on and off, you know, over the years. I'm not saying that, my delicious little babies. But anyway, for some reason, and I'm going back decades, and it just, for some reason, just came into my mind, and I just cannot explain to you why. But I don't know if you know, my delicious little babies. I mean, I love flowers. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, I mean, 9 times out of 10, I will always usually have flowers in my bedroom and flowers in my healing room. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Simply because I just really love flowers, okay? And I mean, flowers, I mean, you know, say if you go somewhere and, you know, like in a wild grass or something like that, you know, and you find all sorts there, don't you, in the wild grass? And, you know, and there's places where you can just go and pick flowers, you know, and of course they're free of charge, aren't they? You're probably thinking, well, what's she talking about, okay? Anyway, just something I'm thinking, you know, was thinking about, okay? Well, decades ago, where I used to work, I mean, well, you know, I won't say which place, but anyway, so, you know, I got into work in the morning, you know, everything normal. And then I received, I mean, it's a really large bouquet, my delicious little babies. I mean, I'm talking, it was flipping very large, right? And this gentleman, God bless him, delivered these flowers. And anyway, so I was thinking, you know, because there's a few women, you know, where I work, yes? And I was thinking, oh, well, and I said, they look beautiful, you know. And anyway, so your man there, you know, the dear gentleman, he says, is such and such here, meaning myself? And of course, you know, I've got to be honest, I mean, my jaw did drop, you know what I mean? Because these were flipping super magnificent flowers. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So I said, yes, here I am. Do you see? Said, well, you know, can you please, you know, because with some, like, well, this particular one anyway, like you had to sign to say that you'd received them, okay? So I said, well, who are they from? You know, and of course, you know, the other women who were there as well, you know, they were like, well, who would send you these? I mean, these are beautiful. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, this is all true, my delicious little babies. Dear God, I swear down, right? I will never tell you fibs. This is true. So I had a look and, it just said, what was it? Because, oh gosh, it was so many years back. And then, of course, I never kept the card or anything like that, okay? What's it? I love you so much or something like that, right? Anyway, so there was nothing. So there wasn't even a clue with the handwriting. There was just nothing, my delicious little babies, okay? So I asked this your man there, the dear gentleman. I said, well, where are you from? Where are they from? And he said, well, I'm not allowed to say that. I said, oh, okay. So I looked at the card again, found out where it was. And of course, me being Miss Flippy crafty, very investigative, shall we say, right? I thought, well, I'm going to call them. So I called them. Now, what these were, my delicious little babies, they're flipping beautiful, was a dozen red roses. I mean, I'm talking deep red, yes, like a really beautiful deep red, and you had all the gypsophilia. Oh, they were just fabulous. I've got to be honest. And I thought, well, at that point, I thought, well, should I hand them back? And I thought, no, they'd done, look, we're done in one of my vases. Jesus, I'm saying, I'm only telling the truth, my delicious little babies. They were flipping gorgeous. Anyway, so I called the company, and happened to be a very expensive company, actually. And I said, I've just received some flowers, because I did say thank you to your man there, your dear gentleman there, right? And of course, you had the other women guessing as well, So, well, who do you think it is? Do you see what I mean? Because we just never had a clue, and that's the truth, my delicious babies. Anyway, so I asked your woman there on the phone, on the old dog and burn. I said, well, how much were these roses, please, and thank you? I said, the only reason why I'm asking, I said, and how did they pay for this? I said, was it, by card, or was it cash? Ka-ching. She said, well, it was paid by card. I said, oh. And I said, so I was just trying to be crafty, everybody, right? So I said, I was talking rather fast, you know what I mean? So that maybe she wouldn't catch on, right? So this is, I know that you're thinking to yourself, oh, she's a crafty little, do you know what I mean? But what it is, I just wanted to know, and there's no harm in that, is there, my delicious little babies? There isn't, is there? So I said, well, surely, I said, there's a name on there then, isn't there? And I was like winking at you other women there who I worked with, right? As if to say, trying to get the answer. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, right. And she said, oh, no, we're not allowed to say. I went, pardon? I said, so hold on a minute. I said, so I can have flowers sent to me who I do not know who they're from, right? And I said, do you see what I mean? I said, so you're telling me, you're explaining to me that you cannot tell me who sent them to me. Said no. Said because on where the card payments, what they'd taken, said not to say, to disclose who it was. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, can I ask another question then, please? I said, thank you for answering that. Yes. I said, anyway, so it's bonkers. Do you understand what I mean? Which I thought it was bonkers, myself. I said, well, how much were these roses? Please and thank you. I said, so I should be able to get an answer to that one. She said, £174. I flipping nearly dropped the phone. I went, what? I said, 174 quid. Do you see what I mean? British sterling. She said, yes. I said, for a flipping dozen red roses and a bit of gypsophilia. She said, yes. I said, please do not get me wrong. I said, I'm not insulting your company. I don't know, because you know what I mean? I do have a habit to flipping just, put my foot in it. Do you see what I mean? I said, I'm not insulting your company. I said, please do not get me wrong. I said, please do not get me wrong. I said, the way they were presented was absolutely beautiful. I said, but flipping 174 quid. I said, I could find a lot of things to spend 174 quid on. Do you see what I mean? Well, I don't think your woman there, on the other end of Dog and Burn was very happy with that, you know what I mean? She said, anyway, is there anything else, rather la-di-da, really posh, So, her shop was obviously a very posh, well-to-do shop. Do you see what I mean? I said, no, thank you. I said, I feel I've got all my answers. I said, anyway, they're very beautiful. I said, so whoever's put them together. She said, well, it was me. I said, okay, so you've done a beautiful job. I said, and thank you very much. And just to let you all know, my delicious little babies, I know that, because there's many things that can come out my gob at times. You see what I'm saying to you, yes? And sometimes, you know, certain things have to be removed, you know, because at the end of the day, I just leave it up long enough for, you know, what I leave it up long enough for. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but sometimes if it sounds like it's inciting violence, which it isn't, but it can come across that way, then sometimes, you know, one has to remove things. Anyway, so, but just to let you know, many years ago, okay, you know, when my eldest daughter, oh, I love them both so, my delicious babies. Well, she was only little at the time. And I thought, you know, I'm going to go and do one of these flower arranging courses. Do you see what I mean? Yes. And yes, I did do it actually. So, you know, a nice course and everything, you know what I mean? But as the course was going on, I thought, do you know what I mean? It's sort of like I learned enough of what I needed to learn, if you know what I mean. So, you know, like, and you could do these little, what do they call them? You know, like for centerpieces and things like this, you know, for like large oval tables or round tables and things like that, you know. So I learned how to do all of that. And, you know, like at Christmas where you've got like little centerpieces, you know, things like that. And of course, you know, like with flowers in vases and things like that, especially if you've got, all right, darling. Yes, it's just a dear lady who lives down the road, God bless her. You know, she's a dear lady who I said on another one of my videos, she has a certain way that she has to walk up and down, and do you know what I mean? I seen her jogging the other day, actually, God bless her. Anyway, a lovely lady though, lovely little family. Anyway, let me get back to Natter in hand. I do get distracted, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so, yeah, so I've done that, like, you know, but if you're doing it in vases and you've got, like, say, like, little spray carnations, you know, because some of you delicious little babies out there will know, you know, about these little flowers. And, of course, others of you will not know about these little flowers, you know. I mean, I do not know every flower, no, but do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but well, you can arrange them in such a way that they sort of look, what's the word I'm looking for? Wild and free. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Really wild and free. And they look absolutely beautiful, actually, my delicious little babies. They look beautiful in like a posy type of clear vase. Do you see what I mean? The one type of flowers that I do not like, and I'm going to be honest with you, my delicious little babies, right? And I love all flowers, okay? But there's one that I'm just not very keen on. And that's the smell and everything as well, is lilies. Because you find that, you know, at a lot of services, you know, funeral services, God bless it, you know, that you will have a number of lilies there. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, you know, well, it's just, I just do not like the smell of them. And not only that, they're rather poisonous, you know, the little orange part inside, you know, for our little beautiful little babies, our little sons and daughters, our little animals, so they can be rather poisonous. And of course the other thing is as well is that, you know, say for like a little petal or something flies off, well, and if you get the orange and that flies off, I mean, that can it's like a flipping dye. It's like, you know, it's really hard to remove, you know, if it's on a certain surface, you know. Anyway, so that's with that. And then I received the following week, so that was that, my delicious little babies. You're probably wondering, well, what's she talking about? But my point is, my delicious little babies, yes, is that, well, I mean, there's part of me that doesn't even know myself what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is, it came into my own noddle for some reason, so that was that. Then the following week, I received some pink roses, you know, and then had some other little flowers, like them large ones with the centre, and then, you know, and things like that, yes. And then they droop rather quickly, actually, my delicious little babies. So they do droop rather quickly, yes. I mean, they're ever so pretty when you first look at them, but then they sort of droop, do you see what I mean? Anyway, so this is from another company. And of course, on that note, that one was I love you. So I called the company. I said, well, and again, I tried the same stunt as the previous time, you know. But they said, no, they said, we're not allowed to tell you. I said, oh, okay. So I went through that again, right? So I said, well, they're very lovely flowers. I said, you know, thank you very much. I said, well, how much were these ones then? Right? I said, please and thank you, right? 75, so they were 75 quid. They were really lovely and they're in the pink, whereas the other ones were like in the red and green. Oh, anyway, they couldn't beat the first ones anyway, but it was right. But they were still beautiful nevertheless. And then the third week came, and then I received a mixed. So this was like a mixture of all different flowers, if you know what I mean. Do you see what I mean? So you had a mixture of everything. And I thought, oh. And they were more like the wrapping, see, I can see it now, was more like a kind of like a beigey kind of colour, if you know what I mean. So anyway, so, you know, from a different company. So you've got 3 different companies, yeah, okay. And so I called them. And I said, well, you know, and it's the same sort of message. I love you. I thought, oh, right, okay. So I asked them. This time, it was paid with cash, right? So I said, well, can you, you know, again, trying to pull me stunt. I said, well, can you please tell me? Do you say to me who it was? No. Not allowed to tell. So, okay. So we seem to hear a lot of that in the world, don't we? Do you see what I mean? I mean, even with what's just coming to the old Natter, you know, like non-disclosure forms and things like that, you know, where you're just not allowed to say certain things. That's just coming to me old Natter. There we go, for some reason. Anyway, so I asked how much they were. 50 quid, £50, British sterling. Ka-ching. So I thought, oh, do you say? Then the following week, and then this is when it ended then. So this went on like for 4 weeks, my delicious little babies. I'm not fibbing you now, what I'm telling you. I swear down, straight up. If them women here were here, they would tell, there we go, they would tell you, right, that this is exactly what happened, yes? And they're actually saying, gosh, you're so lucky. Do you see what I mean? They said, you're so lucky. I mean, because I've met dear women in their time, God bless their beautiful, dear little souls, you know, and where nobody's ever bought them one bunch of flowers. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Oh, and isn't that sad? Oh, do you see what I mean? Yes? And I thought, oh, how sad is that? You know what I mean? We do not even get bought one bunch. Anyway, well, the following week, I received one more thing, my delicious little babies, so the flowers ran out then. And then I received a card, you know, like a card that you open. And it happened to explain to me in this card, you know, how much I was thought about, how much I was loved. And do you see what I mean? And that, what is it, they can see me from afar. Well, I mean, I thought that was rather flipping creepy, and when I spoke to other, you know, work colleagues, I said, that's flipping rather creepy. Do you understand what I mean? So then you feel like you're being watched. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Do you see what I'm saying to you, delicious little babes? Anyway, so I thought, well, you know, to do with this card and everything, and I thought, well, it's nobody's handwriting who I know. So either whoever it is had deliberately did different handwriting to something, which I feel they did. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but anyway, and then after that, I've never heard anything else. Look at that. So I received 3 lots of flowers, which of course, you know, I did accept gracefully. So I mean, if anybody thinks I'm right or wrong, well, fair enough, do you know what I mean? But I just thought they were pretty and beautiful. And I thought, well, whoever you are, I thought, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you see what I mean? Just accept them gracefully. But I never heard another thing after that. Look at that. Strange, isn't it, my delicious little babies? So anyway, I've just been flipping the whole flipping 18 minutes rambling on about that. But there's a reason why I'm saying this, and I cannot explain why. So either maybe somebody's going to receive, there we go, receive something. I feel they are, you know, I'm all cold here. Either somebody's, even if they don't click on my view, do you see what I mean? Somebody's going to receive something. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, it's something to do with flowers. Okay, my delicious little babes, just thought I'd mention it. Now then, there's a number of things I want to talk about. So anyway, so that's that. I never even wrote that down because it's just something that just came in, you know, when I was, you know, sorting myself out. Anyway, so yesterday, my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz, well, she came to visit yesterday, okay? And like I said, I didn't feel like doing a video, do you see what I mean? So, you know, we had a real good natter, had a bite to eat and everything. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And of course, you know, then it comes to, you know, it's the time, you know, for her to go home, you know, for her to go home and everything. And, you know, rather than disturb a beautiful little daughter, oh, she's got beautiful daughters, God bless them. Rather than disturb, you know, her daughter and everything, she said to me, she thought, oh, I'll just get a taxi. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Anyway, so 3 taxi firms. You're not going to believe this, my delicious little babies. And I cannot remember, and this is no word of a lie, my delicious little babies, this is no joke now, right? I cannot remember the last time that every single taxi firm, my delicious little babies, yes, said that they were fully booked. You could not get one taxi in my, you know, in my neck of the woods in the old UK. Not one, there we go, not one taxi. Every single one said the same thing. We had it on loudspeaker, said, fully booked, just like that. Now, I've been hearing that there's been a lot of, oh, and by the way, yes, apparently, according to what my beautiful and dear, delicious, dear little friend Kaz said, I think that the bus drivers, they did get what they wanted in pay, apparently, yeah, because they were on strike for a few days, weren't they? Anyway, but I never knew much about that. I mean, I was told, do you see what I'm saying to you? But I'd never looked that much into it, to tell you the truth. But anyway, so, you know, the fact of the matter is, well, I thought that was flipping rather odd, but then I have been hearing my delicious little babies, and I've been, there we go, before I even say it, and I've been hearing rather a lot, and we've been having a lot of discussions yesterday, me and my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz, and, you know, and I was explaining to her that I've been hearing rather a lot in the past last week, yes, that a lot had the old flu, jab, jab, jabs, jibby jabs. And furthermore, it seemed that, well, for whatever reason this is, my delicious little babies, it was a bad batch. Yes. Okay. Because you had a number who were very poorly. Okay. And that includes my road. Okay. So, you know, it seems to me, my delicious little babies, that what could have been causing this taxis, well, one of the reasons could have very well been because of maybe they never had enough drivers. But we seem to be hearing a lot about that, don't we, my delicious little babies? Like, you know, like I've been mentioning on other videos of mine, like pilots, you know, so you've got drivers, so you got, do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Anyway, well, there was no other reason for them not to turn up, no other reason at all. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? It's just the second you said it, it was like a change of tone. It's like not how they would normally speak to you, the operator. It's like, fully booked, just like that. And I thought, we looked at each other, put the old dog and burn down, thought that's rather flipping odd. Anyway, in the end, my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Cass, well, in the end, she did get, you know, her daughter, God bless her, you know, to come and collect her. Do you see what I mean? She was just trying not to disturb her, you know, she's got a young little family and everything. Do you see what I mean to say to her? But look at that, when you cannot even get a taxi. The last time I remember anything like that, my delicious little babies, right, was, I mean, I'm talking many moons ago. I mean, even in these years, I've never heard, but many moons ago, it used to be flipping banging. Do you see what I mean? Like where I live in Birmingham, in my old neck of the woods in the old UK, like Broad Street and everywhere like that was absolutely flipping ram-packed. I mean, you know, the queues to get a taxi, there we go, it was just flipping unreal. Do you see what I mean? But over these years, we're not hearing of that so much, do you know what I mean? Like, you can always get a taxi. So I just thought I'd mention that. So there may be, oh, sorry, please do excuse me, just have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. So there may be other, you know, taxi firms in different places. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Or different parts of the old UK where they could have been having issues as well, because I do not believe it was just in our Brummyland, no? Okay, but then it could also be, oh, well, it could be a number of things, because, you know, as we know what's been flipping going on. Do you see what I'm saying? Which I said on another one of my videos. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, you know, I mean, in the end, I mean, it can pee anyone off. It can pee a flipping you know, somebody, well, whatever our definition is of normal, okay? So it can be, you know, somebody normal off who just wants to go out and do a bit of shopping, you know what I mean, or whatever they want to do. It can pay off the flipping bus drivers, it can pay off the flipping taxi drivers, you know, when you've got to flipping go down this road and then you cannot go down that road, and then, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's enough to flipping pay anybody off anyway. So that's that, so I ticked that off, so I thought I'd just mention that. Now then, something else I want to say. Now, normally, you know, I explain that I'm not really one to really advertise, you know, anybody anymore. You know, if anybody wants to see who I've advertised previously, then, you know, they can go back on weeks ago, you know, onto my videos, do you see what I mean, where, you know, I'll be more than happy for, you know, whoever you are out there, my delicious little babies, you know, to take a look and just to listen, you know, who I've advertised, you see what I mean? Because I did advertise for quite a while. For those of you beautiful and delicious little babies out there, you know of this, you're aware of this, do you say? But every now and again, I will throw something out, my delicious little babies, yes, but only every now and again, okay? Because like I said, I feel like I've done enough, do you see what I mean? I was meant to have only done it for a certain time. Anyway, well, this is called, okay, very interesting this, 45.4 thousand subscribers, okay, so we're going to tick this off, and this is called, if you tap into the old space bar, you know, in YouTube, MPs for hire. So I shall repeat that again, my delicious little babies. MPs for hire, okay? And what you'll be looking for in the old subscribe, you know, who's uploaded, God bless. It's called Led by Donkeys. Oh, I love beautiful little donkeys. They're so beautiful and delicious. But yes, it's called Led by Donkeys. Very interesting, actually, because right at the start, Matt Hancock, only from what I see, my delicious little babies, and he said it in the camera, that his daily rate, when he was asked, was 10 grand, 10,000, ka-ching, pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change, sterling, he said. Okay, anyway, there's a number of other little things on there, but I just thought, you know, for those of you who would have an interest, my delicious little babies, very interesting indeed. Okay, it's amazing what you can do, you know, setting up websites and all. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. Anyway, just have another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Now, there's a final couple of things that I wish to say. So, what it is, my delicious little babies, yes. I was dreaming, this is really odd now what happened, okay? So I was having a dream this morning, right? You know, because, I mean, you know, you do get some man and woman who dream, and you get others who do not dream. Do you see, like, you know, they can never remember their dream when they wake up in the morning. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I mean, it does happen, doesn't it? You know, I mean, on occasion, I mean, I cannot remember my dreams. Do you see what I mean? Then I can flip in, you know, it's only a figure of speech, my delicious little babies. I do not mean it literally, but, you know, the figure of speech is I could kick myself. Do you see what I mean? Because I think, oh, you know, that could have been something. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But, and of course, you know, the other old-fashioned saying is, you know, well, if you cannot remember it, it cannot be that important, can it? But I do not believe that. I just believe that these sayings, please go back to the wording again, my delicious little babies. That, you know, somebody obviously makes up these sayings. Do you see what I mean? And then, of course, you know, it follows on. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, anyway, over decades. Anyway, so there's this orange stern. Now, of course, you know, I love crystals and things like that, you know, because it's energy crystals, yes, and you will get some delicious dear little healers, God bless their beautiful dear little souls out there, who do what's called energy healing, so they do like crystal healing, okay, so it means, you know, like with stones, different stones, okay, my delicious little babies, so there's all different types of healers out there, okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, but I do love, you know, the crystals. I mean, I have just a small selection in my healing room, okay? I'm a French dresser on my wall, okay? And of course, you know, I sold a load of them as well. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, you know, I used to sell some crystals as well, okay? But of course, you know, you have to have like a market for it. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. Anyway, but yeah, I sold them, managed to get them all sold anyway. And, you know, they have all different properties and things like that, yes, okay? Anyway, so I was dreaming of this orange stone, and it's a really rough stone, my delicious little babies. It's a really rough one. It's what I call a rough one, you know. It's like, say, if you dig it out the ground. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Yeah? So I've got an itchy back. Right, you know, like you dig it out the ground, and it's orange, like a whitey orange. Anyway, so I thought, well, what is it now? So anyway, so I went on to, you know, my DuckDuckGo, because I'm pretty sure I have got a book somewhere that somebody gave me, you know, many moons ago, okay, and it's a crystal book. And I've got it somewhere, except for I do not know where it is at this present time, but it explains about each different stone, okay? Which, of course, as you very well know, it can also be used as jewellery as well, you know, with different stones, okay? Now, so here's what I wrote down, okay? So orange, okay, my delicious little babies, is a bright colour and not necessarily one we see often in nature. Well, actually, when you look at it, that's true, isn't it, my delicious little babies? That's true, really, if you really think about it. Yes, because, I mean, you'll see reds, you'll see yellows, you'll see creams, you'll see pinks. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You see white and yellow. You'll see yellow. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So that is actually true, actually. Right? It's most commonly associated with hazards and hunting. Okay? And of course, you know, you can get purple flowers, can't you? Okay? But the orange ones, yes, I'm trying to think of the flipping name of them now. Because I've had orange flowers, but I'm trying to think of the flipping name of them. Oh, I cannot think right now, my delicious little babies, so I'm not going to say nothing more about flowers. Anyway, but the point is, that's that. So let me just proceed in reading. So this is what I wrote down, okay? Orange, the stone is called, because I needed to look down, okay, to see what I could see in my dream. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? So it wasn't just no ordinary. Do you see what I mean? Something may look similar, but isn't. It is not, okay? And this one that happened to have in my old noddle in my old dream was called orange calcite, or I think it's pronounced like that. Okay, so it's spelled C for Charlie, A for Apple, L for Lima, C for Charlie, I for Indigo, T for Thomas, C for Echo, orange salite, you know, or calite, salite. I don't know. Anyway, you'll know what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? And it's a crystal, okay? But this is like what I call a rough version. Like, you know, something you dig out of ground and, you know, clean it and everything and, you know, pat it dry and everything, yes? Now then, this particular stone, okay, so just to let you all know, my delicious little babies, can improve the function of your urinary tract, okay, spleen, liver, and kidneys, okay? It can also aid in removing viruses and visual disturbances, okay, my delicious little babies. It's an excellent stone to have when it comes to eliminating the toxins from your body, okay, my delicious little babies. It can also ease the symptoms of fatigue, okay, stomach-related illnesses, and many other ailments, okay? So I'm just going to tick this off. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why am I mentioning this? Well, as I've just previously just said, my delicious little babies, so, you know, that's not to be disrespectful or rude in any way, but number one, I dreamt it, okay, and I needed to look for the exact stone that was in my dream, okay, and I found it, right? Now, what was really about this dream, and then it switched, so it went from the stone to the church, to like this massive church, okay? I do not know where the church was, but it was a massive church and it was all old-fashioned and everything, yes. But in the church, there were some familiar faces who I knew, you know, like who I know. And one had said to me, I'm not going to mention names, but one particular had come up to me and we was, you know, sat down on this wooden. It was like one on one side, one on another side, but even though it was a massive church, inside it was rather small. It's really hard to explain. So you had like little seating there, like wooden seating, and then little wooden seating here, you know, just in some rows, but not a lot of rows, if you know what I'm saying. So it looked large, but it was only small. And then this, you know, one came up to me, yes, and said to me, oh, I've got a driving ban. This is all my dream, my delicious pleasure. I said, you've got a driving ban? I said, what for? She said to me, and said, well, I don't know, lack of concentration. I said, oh, okay. And then that was that. I said, oh, so you come to church, yes. It was this all what was going on in my dream, my delicious pleasure, right? Then there was somebody else who I know, yes. And then her brother came in. It was really... This was a really strange dream, my delicious little babies is what I'm saying, a really strange dream, right? And then this elderly lady, she was about 4'11". She had silver hair, like grey hair, up, yes, and like pinned, and she was wearing a white coat and some clothes underneath, like a little blouse and that. But I could only mainly see the back of her, right? But I could see where her collars were, you know, to her little shirt and everything. And then she said, we need something else. And I thought, what's she talking about? And I was behind her by this point, yes. I was sat behind her. I thought, what's she talking about? And I said, well, what do you mean? And then somebody else came through the door, and they brought this book, this brand new book, which was white with gold writing. And then inside was like a small handful of these stones. And it was with a plastic covering. Then all of a sudden, everybody got together and they darted down the stairs deeper into the church. And what the idea was, which I can only assume in my dream, my delicious little babies, yes, that this was sort of to help some out there or something, but everybody just darted. Somebody stopped who I knew to get to the, you know, to go to the toilet, right? And I said, well, aren't you coming? And, you know, she was a she. She said, I'll be there in a minute. She said to me, and I said, well, we're going to be downstairs in this church. It was the most strangest dream. And then at that point, I went bing and woke up. Look at that. I thought, what's all this about? Or could it be, you know, hiding? Do you see what I'm saying? Or hiding something that is good? Do you see what I'm saying to you? I don't know. I was trying to think about what it could be. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, it was just a really strange... So for those of you out there, my delicious little babies, so anyway, so that's the video. Oh, finally, just to let you know, yeah, it's all coming out now, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Before I leave my video today, and once again, my delicious little babies, thank you so very much for even taking the time to even listen to my video today, you know, for some of you delicious little babies. Thank you. Well, it's all coming out now, isn't it? And then we're hearing more and more that the science... You know, the speed of science was flipping incorrect, wasn't it? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Well, what I want to know is, what is going to happen to all of these putrid, you know, with the box in the corner of the room, who was telling, you know, us out here, God bless everybody who very sadly has took the old jab, 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 jibby jab, right? Was telling everybody that the science is correct and that they must do it and that they're an idiot, you know, those of us out here, that we're all the flipping idiots for not taking it. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Since when can a box in the corner of the room tell us out here that we're idiots? Do you see what I mean? It seems to me they had way too much flipping power. They need to wind their effing necks in. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. Do you see? But now that it's all changed, oh, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And you got certain, haven't you? You see them on flipping YouTube, piece of shite they are. Do you see what I mean? And it's like, oh, everybody's just got to forget about what's been said and done. Flipping disgusting. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babes? Absolutely flipping disgusting. Do you see? So you see, to me, and I've actually met a few actually last week as well, which I flipping forgot to mention, and they actually said to me they do not want to discuss. They do not want to discuss, my delicious little babes out there, anything about this jab, 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 jibby jab. They said, please, do not. You're right, my delicious little babies, yes. Right. Oh, God bless them, yes. Sorry, I get distracted again. It's just my beautiful, delicious little neighbours up the road. Oh, she was his dear, beautiful, dear little wife-to-be. Well, we thought she was going to be having a beautiful little bambino, beautiful little baby girl yesterday, but I think it was a false alarm, okay? Anyway, but God bless, you know, as long as, you know, they're all right, God bless, yes? And of course, little baby comes out, you know, she comes out very healthy and, wow, do you see what I'm saying to you? They got everything anyway, God bless them. Do you know what I mean? It's all ready. Oh, isn't it beautiful? You know, isn't it lovely when you got that sign of life? You know, it's a blessing, isn't it? Yes, okay? So yes, so getting back to what I was just saying now, okay, to the matter in hand. The point is at the end of the day, right, they have blatantly lied. And now it's like they want everybody just to say, you know, and then like I said, when I was talking to some last week, and they called it the vaccine, said, I do not want to hear anything, they said, about the vaccine. They just do not want to hear a thing. Because you see, it's when you're told, God bless the beautiful, dear little souls, yes, that they're being conned. There we are. Do you see? And these ones who are all bloody pushing it, the putrid piece of flipping shite and our putrid piece of shite in the flipping government, right? That they just want everyone just to forget about it and just say, you know, that, oh, sorry, he's going to cut it. Well, not to me it isn't. No, it isn't. And I do not care what anybody says. And someone say, oh, you know, you cannot feel like this. Yes, I flipping well damn well can. Because I know many who I know. My delicious little babies, do you see? And that's why I'm saying it at the end of the day. So yes, I'm still very flipping annoyed about it. I am, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? And I mean, for this, look what it's doing to future. God bless all of the beautiful, dear little souls, whoever's taken this, future generations and everything. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So no, I do not forgive. I do not care what anybody tells me, my delicious little babies. No. I do not. Okay, but of course it's all coming out now, isn't it? Do you see? I still say, and I'm going to stand by what I say, because I flipping smell something here, right? Why is everything just coming out at a certain... I've said it on another one of my videos, could have even said it on a couple, actually, right? Why is all these things coming out sort of... do you see what I'm saying to you? All in this time frame? You know, when there are other doctors, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, from the flipping bang, bang, bang from the beginning, who were flipping saying it. But of course, There's no way that they'd ever be able to go, you know, on the box in the corner of the room. Do you see what I mean? Oh, no. Because places like the BBC and all that didn't want them there. They only wanted barefaced, shitey, flipping piece of shite liars. You know, it's disgusting. You only have to look at it on YouTube, my delicious little babies. Absolutely flipping disgusting. And then all of the other things they could be talking about is all this bloody Partygate, this Partygate, that. What a crock of shite. Don't want to flipping hear about it. They're lying flipping bees as well. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but again, it's all about distractions while your other ones are flying around the world, doing what they're doing, conducting the shite, because that's what they're doing, yes? And then for others then trying to dictate to us and tell us what to do, they can F off nicely, because I'm not having none of it. But I will continue to talk to all of my delicious little babies out there. God bless them. I will, you know, but if they do not want to discuss it, I will not discuss it. But it hurts me, everybody, my delicious little babies. But it flipping damn well angers me as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? And especially when I kept, you know, I was done saying and telling and explaining things. You see, it's the power of everything what they did, hiring psychologists and doing everything else. That's what they did. And anyway, my video should not come down for this because it's all over the flipping internet. And anyway, I've got nothing more to say, my delicious little babies, because you know what? I just get wound up. I mean, now, as soon as I come off the camera, right, I swear to you, I swear down, I'm flipping back to normal again. Do you understand what I mean? Just do my own little thing, that, Robert. Gets me on this, gets me flipping riled. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because they continue as well, not only to add insult to injury, I do not mean that disrespectfully, my delicious little baby's figure of speech, right? But to add insult to injury, I said before, and I'm done telling it, at the end of the day, and then they mess up everybody's travel systems, wherever they want to go, whatever they want to do. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, just so that they can flipping rein in more control. They can F off nicely because they ain't getting it from me. Oh, and then I've seen one more video, by the way, just before I go, you know, shorts. Was it Israeli? And sealing up a Palestinian, somebody's home, sealing it with little bands inside, children. Flipping disgusting. Yes, but you don't hear about all this and box in the flipping corner of the room, do we? No. Anyway, it flipping disgusts me, my delicious little babies. Anyway, I'm going to go. So, until my next video, my delicious little babies, okay? Sending you so much love, and I hope that you all have a super duper morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, okay? And please continue, for those of you out there, to have a super duper and wonderful and delicious time, okay? Please take care of yourselves, my delicious little babies, for everybody out there, okay? And please also try to take care of others, okay? Because there are going to be many, my delicious little babies, who are going to need that extra help, okay? Could be a listening ear, could be any number of things, okay? But, you know, talking, listening and everything goes a long way as well, okay? Because some are just not going to be coping very well with things, okay? There we go. So, all cold air when I just said that, okay? Also, please continue to feel the love, okay? And please give hugs, kisses, you know, and great big hugs, and tell some of those delicious and wonderful, beautiful little baby family members, friends, work colleagues, that they're wonderful, super duper, wonderful, beautiful, delicious and juicy, and that you love them so, okay? Because I always believe, you know, if you do love somebody, you tell them that you love them. You never ever shy away from it. Nobody should ever shy away. I've met many in my decades, yes I have, okay, where, you know, they'll never tell anybody anything. Do you see what I mean? Well, to me, that I just do not see that as a very good existence, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And me, myself, personally, that I was blessed to have my beautiful and delicious little daughters. And once again, how I love them so. I, you know, tell them that I love them every single day, yes. Because that's what you should do. You know, I used to always hug and kiss my beautiful and delicious little baby daughters. Well, they're grown up now, like I said. But, you know, I always show them love. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, as a mother. you know. And, you know, I'm not just talking about, you know, if it's, you got bends and things like that, okay, and that's not been offensive to anybody who's experienced difficulties, okay, so I did not mean it like that, okay. But I mean, in any situation, whether it's friends, family members, work colleagues, do you understand what I mean? Yes? You know, you could just say to them, yes, I do love you and I do appreciate you. Do you see what I'm saying? It goes a long way. So I like to show the love in my way to all of yourselves, my delicious little babies, and tell you all that I love you. Do you see? Because I do. And I appreciate you all, and I appreciate, you know, even if you get one view, you appreciate it, but there's always somebody out there who wants to listen to what you've got to say. Do you see what I mean? So really, in the world, nobody is a nobody. You know, everybody's got different talents, everybody's got different qualities, everybody's gone on many different journeys. I mean, I'm the flipping queen of it. Do you see what I'm saying, you my delicious little babies? Yes, but the beauty of it all is coming out the other end. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And I would say maybe just not taking, before I even say it, things for granted. Because, you know, it's showing more and more and more that this is the case, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Whereas like at one time, you know, somebody could say something, it could be anybody globally in the world, you know, could say anything. But now things cannot be taken for granted. And what needs to be brought back in is love and appreciation. So it's like less of being selfish. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? It's less of that, you know. And it's like yesterday, see, I'm rambling on that. Like yesterday when I did not want to do a video, no, I did not want to. I just did not feel in the mood. But I could never sort of be classed as, oh, you know, because in the world we're living in, it's like you're selfish for this, you're selfish for that, you're selfish for the other. No. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You're not selfish at all. If you just want a bit of time for yourself or just to spend with your beautiful, dear little friends or beautiful, dear little family members, do you see what I mean? Then, well, what's selfish about that? There's nothing selfish about that. Oh, finally, I've completely forgot to tell you. Spoke to the old Bill yesterday. Sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. So they got back to me, God bless, okay? And I'm going to speak as I find, God bless the dear woman there, your police officer was a nice woman. She was pleasant to me, actually. And she was very sympathetic when, because I'm just giving you the conclusion now to, you know, to what happened to me last week, yes? She was very sympathetic when she heard a number of these messages, which happened to be rather a lot, okay? And, you know, she was just sympathetic to the fact that, you know, they're just trying to do a job role. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And that I should not receive all that abuse, okay? The problem that they have, of course, what they've done is, should there be any issues, okay, so, well, this can only be a blessing too, okay, my delicious little babies. So that's for any of you out there, my delicious little babies, who happen to go through something like this, okay? And please, God, I'm hoping that you do not. Do you see what I mean? Because it's very vile, actually, right? But the fact of the matter is this, say, for example, if I was to call, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, if I was to call 999, right, my property where I live, okay, that would flag up automatically. So it means that the old bill will come straight out. Do you see what I mean? I wouldn't be waiting, if you know what I'm saying to you, yes? So there we go. So that's, God bless, is a flipping one good thing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, even though I made many complaints. But I've got to say that, you know, I was treated respectfully yesterday afternoon, yes? Now, the other thing I want to say, and this is why it's not going to go anywhere, my delicious little babies, because number one, when the videos were sent to me, these short videos, okay, well, the face was not shown, okay, so it was just, as I've said before, another part of the body, right, which wasn't very pleasing to receive, okay. And the other thing I want to say, so there's nothing could be done, and the other thing I wanted to say is that the dog and burn, the number, was shown up as a pay-as-you-go, so therefore couldn't be traced, okay? So unfortunately, you know, and the dear woman police officer, you know, she did, you know, I think sometimes I feel that, you know, it can be frustrating for all parties. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, but if you've got nothing to go on, what can you do? So that's the reality, isn't it? It's common sense. So I just thought I'd let you know what the outcome was, my delicious little babies. But yes, you know, the old Billa tried to help me as best as they can. Yes, so there is a flag on my flat, my property. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, that should there be any issues, that will come straight out. Okay, so please, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that does not happen, because I'm sure it would not be a very good ending for myself or the other one. Okay, and I'm not going to say anything more, because otherwise I get myself too mad. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But you all know what I'm talking about, for those of you who are very kind enough to listen to the video that I later removed. Okay, that is it, you know, exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I would not go down just willy-nilly, put it that way, my delicious little babies, but I'm not going to say no more than that. Okay, so on that note, my delicious little babies, until my next video, I know it's gone on anyway, you know what I'm like by now. I mean, I tried to do a short version, I tried to go around the houses every flipping way, don't I? But I still end up flipping chatter. Jesus, I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies. Anyway, there will be some of you delicious little babies who do, you know, find the different things I've said today interesting, okay? But like I said, you know, it's a case of just taking bits and pieces. And one last thing, sorry, now that's just coming to me flipping noddle. I had the song from the moment that I woke up. Sorry, this is just flipping, and I flipping forgot to write that because I was too busy writing down about the orange stone and about the taxes and flipping that Pratt, flipping Egypt, flipping Hancock and all this, yes. It was 1987, so I'm trying to remember this now. The song is called, okay, and again, please take bits and pieces. There's a method to all of this, my delicious little babies, but it's playing. Like, it just continued on and on in my noddle this morning, you know, and I was like waking up, and then it was on my mind, and I was even in the shower, and I could still hear the flipping, in my flipping old noddle. And it's Alison Moyet, okay, and it's Love Letters Straight from the Heart. It was released in 16th of November 1987. Okay, and what else? The B-side to the song was not available for me to look at. Okay, there we go. But there was something about it, and I played the song, and I thought, okay, I'm getting bits of it. Do you see what I mean? I'm not seeing this as a romantic thing, my delicious little babies, and I need to stress that now. There's bits of the song that I feel that they were saying, and then of course I got the orange stone, got the church. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? It's really hard for me to explain, but anyway, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, and in fact, I'm going to write this down now when I come off the old dog in bed. Anyway, that was brilliant for me to remember all that, wasn't it, my delicious little babies? But yes, so it's stuck in my old noddle for some reason. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. I mean, you might have some others out there where, do you know what I mean? Where they used to like Alison Moyet, you know. She's a good singer, actually. Do you understand what I mean? I don't think you hear from her really anymore now. Anyway, so that was that, but that's going back right back to 1987, my delicious little baby. Sorry, anyway. So that's the video. So until my next video, God bless. Take care, my delicious little babies. Please keep the vibration high. So much love. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.